Attention ladies, your body is not designed to fast the same way as men do. In this video, I'm revealing the shocking truth about how fasting during different phases of your menstrual cycle impact your hormones and overall health. Don't miss out on these game-changing insights. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for stopping by again. For those who are new to this channel, thank you so much for stopping by to check out this video. My name is Anna Rousseau and I'm here today to inform you, make you more wiser and mindful about your decision with fasting, especially if you are a woman. Why is this video for women? Okay guys, check this out. The hormones play a big role in fasting. Our hormones play a big role in a lot of things in life. We're just not so aware of it. So for the guys, it's easy. 24 hours, testosterone going up and down, up and down, up and down. The next day you wake up, same thing. Testosterone high, goes lower after like in the afternoon. So every hour that goes by in the day, men are getting a less and less testosterone. Once they wake up, it's like a cycle. It's a hamster wheel. For us women, it is completely different. We have 3 phases with our cycle. We have so many different hormones, to be honest, 3 hormones that we have to balance. And if we want to have a very effective fast, and everybody is fasting for various reasons, then we have to make sure we catch the right phase in our cycle in order to get the full benefit out of our fast. So first of all, what is a fast? Well, there's different fasts that you can do. There's a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, know intermittent fasting, where you're in a certain time of the day trying to achieve a 12 to 16 hour fast, meaning the last meal you had was the night before, maybe at 9 p.m. and then you wait a whole 12 hours to 16 hours until you have your first meal again. By the way, drinks count as meals as well if they contain calories. For example, you could have a coffee, even though it's recommended to just stay with water. You could have a coffee, but don't put no sugar and no milk in there. It needs to be black coffee, and then you're good to go. If it is soda, if it's a juice, no matter what it is that contains calories and tastes good, is not considered within a fast. So you would break the fast with drinks as well. So let's say you have had your meal at 9 p.m., you wait around 12 to 16 hours, then your body is starving out and using all the reserves that you have stored in your body, and they're going to be released. So if you want to do that, that is already a great way to getting rid of a lot of the toxins, the old stuff, that is just not released. Or if you're also trying to lose some weight, that is a great way to start with intermittent fasting. So you don't have to have like a couple of days without food. That is a great way to start. The fast that I'm talking about is at least a 24-hour to 72-hour fast. Now, last weekend, I accomplished a 48-hour fast and I loved it. I do this roundabout every 2 months on a weekend whenever I know I don't have too much going on. And the reason why I personally am doing it is health. There's nothing else but health reasons. I don't do it to lose weight. I don't do it for any other reason, but just for health reasons. And I want to go deeper into the health side in a minute, but you could do the fast because you want to lose weight. You can do the fast for health reasons if you have an autoimmune disease or if you are having high blood pressure. A lot of these things that are building up that we sometimes think are genetically or they in the family, those are things that you can work on with a fast. A lot of the issues, health issues we have, are based on our diet. So if you're starving these diseases out because they eat from the food that we're feeding our body, then they're getting rid of it just by fasting. A spiritual reason as well, if you want to come a little bit closer to spirit, if you want to be more connected with yourself, because food is a materialistic substance. If we would just be in spirit and we didn't have our physical body, I mean, we couldn't even eat. But the fact that food is there and it tastes so good distracts sometimes from ourselves and we lose the connection to our body. We just think about food because it tastes good and we want it and maybe our stomach is grumbling. But at the end of the day, we necessarily don't need all the time the food that we're eating. It's more a luxury than a necessity. Now, do we need food to survive? Absolutely. But do we need all the food that we have in our fridge, in our cabinets? No, we definitely do not. So these are the 3 reasons. If you have another reason that I haven't brought up right now, please put it down there in the comments below. But it is, if you want to lose weight, if you want to work on your health, and also spiritually. Now, how long can you fast? If it's not an intermittent fasting, I would suggest to start with a 24-hour fast. If you've never done it before, try to do like a 24-hour where you're really just sticking with water, and maybe choose a day where you know you don't have to work, you don't go to a crazy workout, because the first 24 hours are probably the hardest. And if you want to do a longer fast, you will see that over the days, it becomes easier for you. Now, why is it so different for women than it is for men? Technically, we both have the same bodies: meat, fat, organs, water, and that is it. But our whole metabolism, our hormones, they work so completely differently. If you are a woman watching this right now, then you have to know that your menstrual cycle is going to be the indication of when your body works the hardest, when your body needs the most rest, and also when your body is in the best shape of accomplishing a fast. Especially if you want to do a longer fast, let's say you want to stick with 3 days with 72 hours, then you really want to make sure you're not in a phase where your body is just releasing its eggs, where it's just like exhausted from having our period. And these are things that are key. These are gold key moments that you should definitely implement in your fast. Not only will you get the best benefit from it, but you will also see improvement in your health or your overall health. And I feel like women are not even aware of the magic and of the force that we have when we go with our cycle. Not only with the fast, but also with the workout, with our diet, everything. You can apply this to everything. There's amazing creators out there that talk about menstrual cycles and how to implement this in your everyday routine. Definitely go and check some of those out. But today we're talking about the fast. Okay, so let's break down our menstrual cycle. We have our menstrual phase, which is between day 1 and 5. And that is the time when we have our period, ladies. And you already know, first couple of days are just like cramps, eventually some pain, headache. So it's not really a good time to do a fast. But let me tell you, once you are done with day 5, you are ready to go. We are going in our follicular phase, which is around day 6 to 14. This is the time when our body has the most energy, when we're able to achieve the most, because it is leading up to our ovulation, when we are the most fertile and when we are able to receive and bring life to earth. So this is a very powerful time where our body is just very active and we just feel like very vital. It's not like we're tired or anything like this. So a fast should be possibly accomplished in this phase. But even though this is a good one, once ovulation hits, which is around day 14, it's like sometimes 2 days prior, 2 days after, we're still able to receive and being very fertile. But around day 14 is our ovulation, and even the time after, a couple of days after, which is the luteal phase between 15 and day 28, this is when you're still feeling like, you can get something done, but since it's leading up again for us to have our period, we're getting less and less active. We might face some headache, we might not be in a very good mood, but there's still a chance that you feel okay accomplishing a fast compared to our menstrual phase. So if you know your cycle, girl, it's a game changer. Once you know your cycle and you know when you are the most powerful, then any fast can be accomplished. I have to be completely honest, I have been doing fasts in my past without knowing about the menstrual cycle technique. And sometimes when I would do the fast, like a 48 or 72 hour fast, I would feel like I would feel like trash. I was like, why am I so hungry? Why am I craving so much? Why am I having so much headache? I was just like, I was a mess. And then over time, once I also started to get introduced to the menstrual cycle and how to use it for your own benefits, I started to realize that using that while you're fasting, complete game changer. And it is so important now because we are getting older and our hormones are constantly changing. But once you know your cycle, which is also changing over time, your period is becoming less strong or less days, and based on that you always know how your hormones are working in your body. And that is the beauty of knowing your body, knowing your cycles. Now for those women that are on any kind of hormones like birth control or anything like that, it is kind of still there, but if you could, I would try to stay away from any kind of birth control, any additional hormones that you put into your body, just because of the fact that once you know your cycle and you know your body, there's ways to protecting yourself to to become pregnant without being on birth control. I can tell you that with confidence because I have been taking birth control for over 11 years straight, and it got me into big health issues and problems that I really regret. I wish somebody would have told me when I was a young teenager what I put into my body, but the doctors just wanted to have another prescription. So I now know that there's so many other ways to control your body or monitor your body just by watching, feeling, and making notes. And it comes back all the way to this menstrual cycle again. So it's a very powerful tool, and if you know how to use it, you are big time ahead of a lot of others. Now, of course, every woman is different. As I said, some women take birth control, some women, they're just without anything, but they have other issues health-wise that impact maybe their cycle. Now, it is so important to regulate your hormones because they are in charge of everything. Hair loss, acne, problems with losing weight or having tighter skin. Like, all these things can be impacted by the way you treat your body. If it's with medications, if it's with your diet. So you want to make sure that you regulate your hormones in the right way. Because if you just want to lose quick a few pounds because summer vacation is coming up, yeah, you can do a fast for that, but it should not necessarily be the first reason why you want to do a fast. Fasting is great if you have a plan behind, if you stick to a protocol. But let's say you have been eating all week just trash, burgers, pizza, ice cream, and you hit the fast, your body is in shock. It is in complete shock. So once the 48-hour fast is done, you go right back into your routine of eating pizza, pasta, and all these things that taste great, don't get me wrong, but that are not really beneficial for your hormonal balance. Then you just damage your body more than you would help your body. For me, yes, of course it helps me to look great on camera. If I have a photo shoot or a video shoot, it makes you just look a little bit more lean. You're not gonna change your whole appearance by a 48 to 72 hour fast, but you look more sizzled, chiseled as you normally would be. Now, over time, I just realized that if I want to maintain my body shape, and if I just want to become fit over time and staying fit without the struggle of always counting calories and all these things, I knew I have to keep my hormones in check. And I have not always been happy with my body. When I was in my 20s, I struggled to lose weight. I struggled to get my body into a place where I wanted it to be. I always had like that extra fat layer on top of everything that just made me look a little bit chubby. And I never knew why nothing is working, because I was doing all the diets, I was doing all the sport, I was cardio freak, all these things, but they was just raising my stress hormones, cortisol, and that hormone is there to protect your body. It's like a stress hormone that peaks, but it protects your body from not losing weight, not doing anything, just to save all your reserves that you have built up. If you have more of a relief, and if you're relaxed and your body doesn't feel shocked and stressed all the time, it is more likely to release fat, release these things and toxins that are not good for our body. But in order to achieve that, you have to really play it smart and really bring your hormones back in balance in a slow way. Because if you try to just do things very quick because you want to look great in that bikini or whatever, it is fun for the moment, but it will damage your body more and more over time. Now, how can we achieve that? How is it possible to do a 24 to 72 hour fast? What am I doing? How do I have to prep? What is the whole process? As I said, you should not really already have had pizza and pasta and chocolate and candies the week prior. If this is your lifestyle, you maybe want to change something about that anyways. But if you decide to go on a fast, let's say 48 hours like I did last weekend, I really try to not have anything too fatty or heavy or sugary 1 or 2 days before the fast hits. I don't want to bring my body in such shock, but really just leading into the fast in a smooth way, because you can really experience some bad headaches or some cramps also in your stomach, because your body is just trying to figure out what's going on here right now. So the smoother you can be with your body, the better it is, and the more you will get out of this fast. Now, while you're fasting, you're basically not doing anything else but drinking water. Water, pure water. I'm not talking flavored water, even though you might say, but it doesn't have any calories. There's a sweetener in it, there's other things in it that are bad for our body, and we don't want it. We want to use this fast to completely get rid of all the toxins, all the bad stuff that has building up in our bodies. Now, over time, when our body is not receiving calories, we are coming into ketosis. Ketosis is a process that happens once your body is not receiving no calories anymore. No carbs, especially, because the carbs are feeding the fat cells. Now, once the body is releasing ketones, which you basically just pee out, then you know that you are in ketosis. How can you measure that? There's sticks that you can order online, Amazon or wherever. You pee on it and you see exactly if you are already in ketosis, which is not super important for the fasting process, but some people just like to monitor their process. So that is a great way to do that. Now, the longer you are in the ketosis, the more your body is coming in autophagy, which is a process that is nothing else but your body releasing all the dirt, all the fats, all the everything that we have just putting in, but the body never really had time to release, because our insulin is spiking non-stop. If you're somebody that loves to snack, but you wonder why you don't lose weight, it is because the insulin is always peaking. As long as the insulin is up, there's never a way for us to come back down and working on the lows, the fat cells and all the stuff that has building up in our bodies. And that is why you really want to make sure that you are having like a 4 to 5 hour window if you are regularly eating without having snacks non-stop, if you know what I mean. Now, once the autophagy kicks in and you already feel like, okay, it's getting tough, you feel like, okay, 24 hours are already gone, I'm just drinking water, it is super important that you have your electrolytes intus. You can put some pink Himalayan salt in your water that you're drinking, because it helps you better broth into those places that it needs to, because otherwise you just drink the water and you release it and you pee it out. You really want to make sure that all your cells are getting flushed out, and it is binding better if you are using minerals such as pink Himalayan salt. It's a tongue breaker for me, guys. Yeah, and that is pretty much it. And you just go through your fast until the 48 hours, 72 hours, however long you decide on doing it, are over, and you will see over the days that the headaches are gone. You will not feel that weird anymore, but you feel very clear in your head. And there's also this phenomenon that maybe after the second, third day, you have that burst of energy. You feel like so vital. You feel like you can achieve anything. And I absolutely love that feeling. I definitely know that when I'm in this phase, I want to do some things that I normally don't do because I feel blocked. If it's writing, if it's painting, if it's just meditating, you just have so much more clarity. So no wonder that people that are doing it out of spiritual reasons are doing it because they definitely feel more connected and they are more able to connect with their body, their mind, and their soul. Now, after your fast is over, by the way, you can go longer with the fast, but I personally never have been doing a fast that was longer than 3 days, but I do want to do a 7-day fast. That is really on my list. I really want to do it, but I feel like I'm not there yet. So 3 days have been the max for me. And once you are done with your fast, you want to make sure you're not going back to your bad habits and eating all that juju that you shouldn't eat, but having a soup, having all the vitamins that you need. You will feel that everything tastes so much more intense. Some things, like let's say you would eat some candy, you would probably spit it out because you don't even like it no more. Our whole system is so desensitized by all that stuff that we're eating every single day, and the beauty of it is just appreciating the natural ingredients, fruits, vegetables, the things we usually not choose if we could, but I have so much appreciation for all of these things after my fast. I always appreciate my food, but especially after a fast. Now, if you are coming to this video because you've never been on a fast before, I know you can do it. Start with intermittent fasting, which is great to even lead into a longer fast. If you have the time and the energy to start that, then that is always amazing. You making a big step towards a better health and a better hormone regulation. And if you're struggling with your whole hormonal cycle anyways, then fasting is a great way if you do it the right way. So again, I am super happy you found this video. Please let me know what your experience is with fasting. If I have forgotten something and you want to add up, please write it in the comments. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a thumbs up or a comment in this video, or if you haven't done it yet, subscribe to my channel. It's highly appreciated, and I wish you a beautiful fast. Enjoy and stay strong.